Okay. Hi everyone, Sheep here. It's been a bit. I've been tired. I'm still tired, but I'm forcing myself to do this. Today we're gonna start something new. We're gonna play a I don't know how to spell vengeful. We're just gonna take the generic name we go with. Today we're gonna play a vengeance paladin. The quotation marks are intentional. So this is a fever dream like brainchild kind of deck. Man, I've been playing some card games recently, can you tell? Kind of character. So yeah, fever dream character. So let's get straight to it. So the main concept is we're going to scale vengeance up. And I know you saw the quotation marks earlier, I'll explain that in a second. So we're just gonna go vengeance. In the mod we get to scale all 3 auras, so we're gonna late game have item-based auras to kind of give us a bunch of flat damage. Recently, the mod added... Oh, I have one of my stats I can show you. Cleaving effects. So like you can see that Nasher has an area effect attached to it. So we have melee splash. And the cool thing about splash in this game is if you're hitting a single target, it'll hit that target twice because the initial swing will hit, and then also the splash effect will hit. So now I can explain why I said we're going to be vengeance. So sacrifice already has a splash effect on it. And when you're swinging, it'll hit the initial hit, it'll splash a giant area around you, and then depending on what splash we have on our weapon, we'll get yet another additional splash. So we're pretty much hitting a single target 3 times per sacrifice. And this will be our main skill for clear and stuff. But we're planning on using vengeance for its higher single target damage. So another interesting part about vengeance is if you look closely, you'll see the elemental resistances gain 1% elemental damage per 10 resistances. You combine that with Pass Favor, which converts at max level it's 45% of resistances to elemental damage. So we'll be both getting percentage-based elemental damage and flat elemental damage off stacking resistances, and that is not affected by resistance cap, so you can stack as much resistance as you want. Meaning, technically, this build is infinite stackable, but it's kind of unrealistic. Now that I've explained what we're doing, the plan is probably we're going to Holy Bolt until we can pick up Holy Fire, and then we'll switch to Sacrifice after that. So let's get started. Books first. After books, we're going to look at this. I have all our usual removers set up. They've got a little harder this time, simply so I don't have to come back and do it again. These are the common rune words we'll be using. It's Lust Belt, Lightning Boots, Daylight Gloves, Stealth Armor, Obsession Helm, and Ancient Blood Shield. For weapon, we're probably just going to grab a +1 Paladin Scepter or use one of these Nashers, which I'll explain where to get these Nashers guaranteed almost as soon as we get there. So off to it. I gotta turn my poor laptop's fan up a little bit. Let me make sure we're on players 8. Yeah, I think Holy Bolt is just a little bit better right off the bat. Amp. Literally kind of that all. Average chance to hit 95. Sure. Okay. As always, early game XP is just insane. We're gonna grab energy early because God does the Paladin have mana issues. Cap is not useful. Okay, there's Den. Which means Coldplane should be over here. I'd like to get a little bit of gold, try to get a belt early. Be very helpful. 100 gold should be more than enough for our needs here. This. Because this isn't a walkthrough per se, we'll be doing a couple other things as we go along too. One, we're going to just take it a little slower than we usually take it. And two, I want to go test out the new flavor drops and where they're dropping at. So first things first, I want a belt. I was really hoping to see a socketed one. I'm just going to grab whatever. Do a quick once over of all the gear. We're looking for a nice 2-socket gear. I do want 1 life leech monoleech. I think I'd rather just have it in this hat. Oh, this hat's very expensive. Just kidding. Okay, we'll come back to that later. I'm gonna get like jewels. JK, this jewel's actually really good. I was gonna sell it for money, but the jewel is actually very solid. I don't have to think too hard for dim. So we're 5. Get all our stuff set up. You could also opt to go Judge Not for the first couple levels. I'm probably going to finish clearing Den as Holy Bolt simply because Sacrifice is not as good at killing everything on the screen. Superior level gloves. Show me 2-socket and stats. Cast speed and attack speed. We'll take that. Like stats is obviously king of rolls, but like attack speed isn't bad. As you saw when we loaded in, this is a completely fresh run, minus the Nashers, which were just kind of to show off what we're doing. What our weird little plan was. I'm gonna pick up scepters because you can get +1 Paladin skill scepters. I feel like I had an extra level there. I don't know why I felt like that. I think it's that one I saw over here. Did I get that one? Rip. It's one in some far off place doing something. Hey, he's in the... Oh, there he is. Yeah. Okay, now we're at the point where we can respec for sacrifice. We can just go all into vitality, to be honest. And then we go 1 sacrifice. We're going to go into holy fire. And that gives us 3 extra points. I could probably end up going more into holy fire. Later on, you'd put those points into vengeance. You put them into Judge Not for 6%. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, and past favor is level 24, so we're a little bit away from that. So I think we'll just go more into sacrifice just simply to have some extra damage. Plus skill, sacrifice. Doo-doo. We don't really have the money to go too hard here. That's what I was saying when I said I wanted that like, little bit of leech, because it would be very helpful to have. This is the situation I was talking about. Yeah, we're gonna focus more on leveling Holy Fire than Sacrifice. Early on, Holy Fire can kind of just clear everything. Bishop Boss is Moon of Fire. Woo! We've already confirmed that Bishop Boss drops the Hasaris set. I don't think it's worth farming for, to be honest. I'm gonna check that scepter so bad, but like, there's no point in doing so. Where's Ranisha? Okay, you said, you know when I said earlier that it's like not that hard to get a Nashers? Nashers drops off Ranisha. So we're gonna find the waypoint and we're gonna farm a bunch of times. I'm probably going to do some map resets to find a good map layout. So there's that. See if I can get the waypoint real fast. Yeah, the waypoint is really far away. So let's do a quick map reset, and we will be right back to farm some Ranisha. And 21. Nope. Okay. So, what we should have gotten, or you have a chance to get, is you can find Nashers really high off of him. Usually they drop in pairs of 2. Nashers is just, technically it's slightly less damage than a Paladin Scepter, but because of the hit 3 time thing, its single target is way higher. The other item you can get from this, and this is a really nice one, is a Healthy Breakfast. Usually this item does absolutely nothing. So if you're not on patch 9.9.8 ZZ, or the patch after probably, I wouldn't really suggest going for this, because otherwise it does actually nothing. But if you farm Ranisha on normal, he'll drop a Healthy Breakfast charm. You cube it with a Token of Evil, which is over here. This. You cube it together and you get 5% lifesteal, 15 vitality, and 100 life. We'll be using this as if we had found it. Just because I have one. Because if it was, to be honest, I would sit here and farm this out if it wasn't for the fact that, man, that is a really nice axe. Wasn't the fact I'm streaming this. $1. I feel gypped. I definitely would have sat there and farmed it out. Man, these are actually like some good jewels. Gonna clear this out. Another thing we have right now going on is core conversion. Oh no, not that one. I don't have the. Oh, the double thing is multiplayer. My bad, I lied. Currently, I believe in multiplayer is runes are giving double points. Yeah, it's a multiplayer only thing, unfortunately. Sad. No. Okay, let's take our money and look for some sweet, sweet socketed gear. I'd really like some good stuff. Like some all attributes, max res, that kind of stuff. Thankfully, got a little nice one over here. Just quick in and out. So my gloves are L tier. The reason I'm doing this is because these are very cheap and they're going to be really nice for this next section. As always, we're going to runic forge them first. When this system eventually goes away, I'm going to cry. These are some nice attack rating resistance gloves. The reason you want these so early is Underground Passage sucks. So having some extra lightning and fire resist is going to make this a lot easier on us. So yeah, we're now up to 43%. We're also 15. I didn't realize we got that much extra XP off those Ranisha runs. Okay, be very careful of the demons. The big heads, as we like to call them. What I could keep an eye out for is half freeze duration rings. Those could be kind of useful. Not sure if we can get those this early though. And Remodded 2 half freeze duration is a full cannot be frozen. Okay, looks like we can kill trash with just our holy fire. Where am I going? Oh, that was a quick Darkwood. Quick waypoint as well. Yeah, unfortunately, Holy Fire only procs once every 4 seconds. Can't exactly use it for AFK farming right now. Tree head. Yeah, you can see what I was saying about the hit 3 times thing. You can kind of see his health pop 3 like effects at a time. Insanely good single target. I don't know why I'm running like in the middle when Countess always spawns near an edge. Waypoint. I might do Kane and then reset us for a better Countess. I don't have one prepped, but like it's not a particularly hard thing to prep. It's right here. Saw the edge of it and just didn't realize that was what it was. El Tal full. Probably get our stealth off of that. Just keep this towel. Double check one more time for good 2-socket armors. Oh man, those are just so good. But unfortunately, we might keep those for later. When we no longer want, I can already think of something to use these on, to be honest. So there's our stealth. I think our next is we're going to save up for our, probably our helm, to be honest. It's a very expensive one, though. We need about, I think it's 5k, a little bit more runes. Oh, we're gone. I'm gonna reset one more time just to get that one more chance at Ranisha. Never lucky. This. Look over here. Find Griswold. Because I want to confirm Griswold's edge as a drop. No confirmation for me today. We're going to want this for later. Sure, why not? Okay, let's set up for trying to find a good Countess map. So what I've done is I've enabled map respec in launcher options so that we can just keep turning on and off our map until we find one. So pretty much every time we go in the game, it's going to be like starting a online game where it just flips through maps. And then when we find one where Countess is like within a reasonable distance of us, we will then turn off map regen and then exit out again. And that'll lock in this map as the one we want. I do also want to walk into these side areas a little bit and grab some of this gold. And maybe, if we're lucky, also try to get a 3-socket Paladin shield. I've definitely gotten 3-socket Necromancer shields, so maybe you can get Paladin ones. This. Like I said, we just need to exit out so we don't ruin our map. Loading it back up again. I can't believe we got one in like one try. Usually it takes me forever to get a good one. I know we're going a little slowly, but as I said, this is more a build diary than a walkthrough. Yeah, I think the only thing I really want to get is my boots. Everything else can kind of wait. Ort L. Ort is... How many points is Ort? 256, so it's 1,000 points. Might have enough, honestly. Might just be able to move on. I don't want to sit here forever. Yeah, we should be good. 256 is 500 to go. You need 5. We need another 2 to 300. If I can get a single soul, we'll be done. Like, done. I think I'm just going to run straight to countless. Fall. I think that does it. Our belt is also very important, but it's not as important on this version. Yeah, 2k. Ort. Ort. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's Ort L, right? I'm not crazy. Lightning, Ort L. Check one more time and make sure we don't get a better boot option. Nope, okay. Running Forge that shit up. Okay, we're at some, so we're double tapping off these. We're getting that 25% or 5% chance to cast level 25 Rolling Thunder is a huge benefit to sacrifice because we hit so many monsters at once. Added to that, we also get flat 60 lightning damage and some good resistances. So with some Zorb, huge benefits. Like, we're actually doing some pretty reasonable damage now. I do need to keep some of these jewels for crafting later. I'm gonna keep this one. So I'm gonna keep these. We can put this one to the side for actual use. That's actually pretty okay jewel. I think I'm okay with like pushing forward. But I've already reset, so I might as well do this last Countess run. And then push forward. Oh, an aim. They'll let us get our hat too. Yes. I think that just lets us finish off everything, to be honest. Double check to make sure we can't find a better hat. Yep. We hit a 1% decrease mana. OP. Here's our obsession. 25% increased life is the main reason to use this. Brings us from 489 to 600 exactly. And our last item is Tal Eth for stealth. We only really managed to do this because we hit that aim. I'm checking for belts too. I didn't think I saw a 2-socket belt. No. Tal Eld. See, even I can make dumbass mistakes. Because it's this top one. Yeah. Thankfully, I have enough to This is why we double check our rune words. So even someone that's done this a million times can mess up. I was thinking Taleth. Taleth does sound right. You're right. It does sound right, doesn't it? Sounds very right. So it's Eld Tal. Now again, I get another 2-socket belt. Just a couple resets away. We're just gonna take the first 2-socket belt we see. Miss that resistance though. Would have been really nice this early. I was double checking my sound options to make sure it's not going to be like too loud for the video. Okay. Not mess this up this time. There's our lust. With Redemption Aura, faster cast, faster run walk speed, some attack speed, and all res. Now we are a fast boy. Grab this and this. And let's finish up this act. Oh, I guess I should go over gear real fast. Okay, for gear at this point in the game. Do I have a +1 scepter? I don't. Let me grab one of those. Got a cheapy one? Okay, we don't. Okay, so gearing at this point in the game. First of all, for weapons, you should probably grab yourself a nice +1 scepter. I'm using a Nasher because I want that 3-hit effect for sacrifice, but either one is a good option. We're on the usual rune words. You know the usual culprits. Obsession T5, Daylight T5, Lightning T5, Lust T5, Stealth. Ancient's Pledge will eventually be our shield. I'm just on some whatever rings, they don't matter. There's currently a rift shop for a better healthy breakfast. You can find this as a high chance of Rakanishu. And I say high chance, but some people have done 700 runs and haven't found one, but I did 5 and 20 runs and found one on different characters. So, you know, it's all up in the air. You're just either very lucky or you're not. For skills, we are literally every single point we can into Holy Fire, the rest into Sacrifice. Nothing really else worth going this early. It's just click things until they die. Our resistances are fine for finishing off normal, but when we get the Angel's Pledge, we'll probably cap out. So back to Black Marsh and pushing through. Yeah, and then we have so much clearer. It's the wrong way, wrong way, wrong way! Yeah, ignore everything that isn't like a rare. This way. Should be forward layout. Yeah. It does feel nice to play a melee build that actually has some clear to it. And like very good single target damage as well. course, we're a little over leveled, but not like ridiculously so. He says being level 19 in the level 12 area. Okay, maybe we're more than a little over leveled because of our Ranisha runs. I honestly did not expect us to give us that much experience, but I'm also really not complaining about it. Kind of means we can turn our brain off a little bit in Act 2. Looking for the exit. I don't think you can be down here. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. That was a one tap on that bone ash. I don't really need the waypoint for normal Andariel. Our single target wasn't that bad. Is that a rare jewel this early? God, that'll be useful later. Take that Atherin. Half freeze duration amulet. Don't mind if I do. Magic find ring. Magic find ring. The dog shit jewel. I mean, I can't really expect much from a Act 1 Andariel normal jewel. But I can expect better than that, I feel. I'm gonna eat this. I forgot I'm broke. Broke boys don't get to throw things on the ground. Every time we come back to town, we're just gonna check shields for a 3-socket shield. Sewers. Fastest sewer, like, early levels of my life. That was a nice 1, 2, 3 click sewers. Means Radman's gonna be a pain in the ass to find, probably. Gem drops are currently bugged in hell as of the making of this video, so we're definitely gonna have to pay attention to that. They're fixed for next patch already. They are currently bugged in hell. Okay, there's our skill. There's an extra point in sacrifice, I guess. Extra 1 point. We can put in kind of whatever. Vengeance is probably more damage to our Holy Fire. I do want to see what our Vengeance is 205. Sacrifice is 179. It's like not even really worth using Vengeance. Yet. Vengeance gets better the better your weapon is. Whereas Sacrifice applies like flat damages very, very well. I was checking how long we had to go until we're max Holy Fire. It's 4 levels. We'll probably go like max Holy Fire, max max Pass Favor, max Vengeance. 1 point sacrifice and all that. I don't think you really need more than 1 point sacrifice. Yeah, when those Rolling Thunder procs hit, boy. I want this ring. Beetle Burst. I don't think like you should be able to drop this. I might have to report that actually. I'll do that kind of testing off stream. I'll write it down in a second. We're looking for the hole in the ground. Cat might be down. There's hole. Let's see if we can find a waypoint or next area. No waypoint. I'm sure I just walked past it somewhere. Let's go to the last city waypoint. Woo. I'm blind. Please turn the lights back on. To be honest, I navigate more off my map than like actually watching the character 90% of the time anyway. It's easier to see things like waypoints sometimes. Be that all. And he shall appear. Okay. Gotta check for those 3-socket shields. I'll probably end up just looking for a semi-okay Paladin shield from cows and using that for my Ancient's Pledge. Like a 20-ish res Paladin shield or something. What I wouldn't give to be able to right click as Paladin. Guess I could do this. Oh, a soul rune. Put on your mouse button so you can just hold your mouse button down. This does mean you hit everything, but you kind of had to here anyway. Okay, just that. Can't see, can't see, can't portal. Lifesteal cooldowns attack rating. That's a pretty good one. Seems a pretty solid ring so far, to be honest. 3 sockets, no better skills, so it's really not worth using. I mean, to be fair, Ancient's Pledge is a very cheap rune word. do this. We'll convert this into a... Please click the right thing. Medium to low. There we go. Game's just trying to piss me off. Ral. Ort. Tal. Ral or Tal. All the way up on your instance pledge. Up, up, and up we go. A very solid kite shield, which brings our resistances pretty high up. More into Holy Fire. 3 more levels till max. I think I just do want to focus on getting out of here. Fall. Fall. Not really anything there. Hi, Paccio. How's it going? Oh, an aim. Tal. Lots of runes in here. There we go. There's the exit. I haven't been streaming that much, but you got banned off Twitch. That's a rough one. This. Hit the transmute button. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I bugged this quest, so we'll go in through the sewer, through the well entrance. I killed Fire Eye that quickly. God damn. Oh, there he is. Garbage. Wow. I'm gonna try to start stream more regularly. I might be streaming more of this than Eternal Return, but I'll definitely keep doing that. Okay, it's time for your gambles. Time for your bets. 1 through 4. 1 through 4. I'm feeling a 2 today. I'll start top left though. The problem is I've just been really tired recently and haven't felt like streaming. Like ridiculously tired. Like even now I'm fighting to stay awake. I mean, a lot of people don't know much about this. It's a fully It's an overhaul mod of Diablo 2. So it's got a lot of new features in it that people don't know. Wow, first try again? Top left been very nice to me recently. Crescent Moon. I think Crescent Moon is over here. I'd really like to get this one level and get that Holy Fire up. There's Holy Fire maxed. So now we are immune to cold, or immune to freeze. And our Holy Fire procs a lot more often. Both are very solid things for us. Unfortunately, the immune to freeze does not work against Duriel because his freeze just bypasses it for some reason. I don't know, man. I just work here. I'm an end user, I swear. Tal. I think our goal for the day is just to finish up normal. Usually I do the entire thing in one sitting, but I don't know if I have 4 hours left in me. So we'll do just the 2 hour normal. 2 to 3 hour normal. No, it's not this direction. Up. Now that we're like super over level, what we could do is we could put it to players 1 and just kind of walk through the game for a bit. But it only lasts for like just Act 3, so it's probably just better to have good stats. That is dog water. I do want to try out some Path of Exile too, but I don't want to buy into early access. Okay, okay, Duriel, how fast do you die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's as fast as I'd like, to be honest. I just want them to figure out what they're doing with Path of Exile too. That's why I didn't want to buy into the early access. Ooh, unique. Most drops I've ever had off of Duriel. Dark Glow. This is like an okay chess piece. It's definitely worse than our stealth. But that just more has to do with like how good stealth is actually as a piece. Hello. So we'll just eat this. I do want this amulet over the one we're wearing, and we can just get rid of the rest of this. God, that's a 5% all maximum res shield. Sad. Sad it doesn't have sockets in it. Come on, Jaron, don't glitch out. Yeah, let's go. So Act 3 time. So we can choose to keep going all fire. Oh no, I lied. We're 1 level off maxing Holy Fire. I thought it was 24, but I guess it's 26. Or 25. Which, I guess we're almost there. Close enough. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of, lot of YouTube recently instead of a lot of Twitch. Mostly because of bots like that one. I'm just like really starting to get sick of the bots. But there we go. Now we're max Holy Fire. This is the wrong exit. And I like being able to like do things on my own schedule a little bit more than I can on Twitch as well. Like I can come home and like record like an hour of gameplay and put it up on YouTube and not have to think too hard about it. But like Twitch, I feel like I have to sit there for at least 3 hours before I get a good stream. Do be a little careful these thorn hulks. They hit like a truck. Oh, there you go. Spider caverns found. There's Jade. Unique arrows. That's so useful. Yeah, Sacrifice's clear is so good. For a melee skill. I should say that. For a melee skill, our clear is very good. For a melee skill. Okay, so there's two options here. We go... Let me get out of Spider Cavern first, then I'll discuss it. Over here we go. Okay, so we have two options here. We can start grabbing Past Favor, and that's a lot of damage early on. Like, look at those stats. Downside is we have to recast it constantly, which kind of sucks. The other option is to max out Vengeance for more Holy Fire damage. It's 18% per level of Vengeance, which is huge. But I think because Immune to Fires exists, I do want to go ahead and grab Past Favor. Which will bring us damage up to 570. Yeah, it's just so much damage. Flat damage buffs are really strong early on. On the flip side are, like, Holy Fire is also doing tons of damage. They're like about half their health bar. We just need to remember to recast Past Favor about every 20 seconds. Really a pain in the ass, but once we max it, that number goes up a ton. Thankfully, it has a nice quick animation too, which is kind of really makes it possible to actually use the skill. Also, remember that we hit the same target multiple times. So our listed 575 is more like 1500 damage on our initial hit target. Thought that was a shrine for some reason. Keep our eye out for a Paladin shield. There's one right there. You do want one with like very solid resistances on it though, and this one is 10% all res. Not good enough. Okay, each level isn't a lot of damage, but the duration going up makes it worth it. You could definitely just choose to 1-point wonder it though. And mainly use it for clearing bosses. Wonder if I just do this. This will just feel better. No. The answer is no. Feels way better to have it on a mouse button. Yeah, I'm really not scared of anything killing us here. This is waypoint. So if we somehow don't find flare, we'll just push forward. God, we're 28 already? Very overleveled here. For what I wouldn't give to have teleport at this point in the game. How much time that would save me. I really do like this build for a multitude of reasons, but one of the ones is that, like, elemental melee doesn't really exist in base D2. So this is a build that you can really only find here. Flightless? Flightless right into my bag. That was a bad one, my bad. I apologize for that one. That one was disgusting. Put my gold away. I don't think we're going to die, but I don't want to take the chances. Back to flare and keep pushing forward. I do want to show off like what this looks like in Players 1 real fast, so let me do that. Boop, boop. So in Players 1, we're going to be mainly relying on our Holy Fire damage to clear out things. The downside is Holy Fire damage doesn't apply to kills on our tracker. So you have to be very wary of that, but you can see you can just kind of do whatever. I think we're just so high level that it doesn't matter. I saw the ring mail. Indestructible 3 socket? Meh. Like, I don't mind making another Taleth because it's just like such a cheap piece to make. Yeah, but if you're gonna go this like player one build, you definitely want to grab more points of vengeance than past favor. Just try to scale your damage up as much as possible. But I really wouldn't suggest it. I suggest just playing players 8, getting as much experience as possible, and pushing through. I just wanted to mess around a little bit. There's some exceptions, like if you have enough damage where like you just pop cows on players 1, just like do cows on players 1. Save yourself the hassle. These kids about half their health every 2 seconds. I'm thankfully not worried too much about immunities, because we'll be doing tri-elemental damage. So we should be able to just push through immunities a lot, like slowly, mind you, but we should be able to push through them. I'm looking for this. Yep. Ooh, what was that spike there? There's book. Now we'll do sewers, then we'll do Trav. We're gonna go back to players 8. I just want to show off that players 1 stuff real fast. Just to show it was like a thing you could do. Remember that drops in single player are not affected by players count. So if you're just farming, it is technically better to player 1. But XP? There's an item I want to check. This is not a 3-socket. Someone was showing off, what item was it? It's the Tal, like the Tier Tal aim weapon. And it had splash on it, but I was sitting there like, this weapon shouldn't have splash on it, especially since it was in a bow. So I think that rune word gives splash, but I'm not 100% sure, so I was going to make one to test. I think it was edge. I don't know if I've ever made an edge in a melee word. Rune word? Can you even? Like, even if you didn't get an something like that, you could just honestly Nasher your way through. Or get yourself a really solid, like, anything really. Like, all our damage is from our skills anyway. We're just using melee to apply it. So we look melee while not being melee. Well, maybe I should say we look physical without being physical. That might be a better way to put it. Heart. Really, your best weapon's probably Hexfire or Rune Master, and both have masters on them. Hexfire has Fire Mastery and Rune Master has Cold Mastery. Those are probably technically the best option. Did I get my 5 points? I did. And Rune Master even has like decent damage attached to it, so it's not bad for Vengeance. You would just switch to Holy Freeze over Holy Fire. And what about immunes, you say? Suffer. What other answer could there be but just suffer? Now, later on we run Conviction over a Holy Aura. But that's pretty later on. For now, it's just better for us to run a Holy Aura. Okay, Trav, I'm coming for you. Stop healing him. It's cheating. I can only wear my shield because I'm Nasher. I need to realize that. Okay. Means we'll need some more points in his strength when we get a chance. And run walk. You know what I might actually do is do normal and nightmare today, because nightmare takes 0 time. And then come back to hell for the next video. There's Durits. Turns 1. Turns 2, 3. Woo. We're gonna have like no waypoints this run. That's fine. Kill this guy real fast so he doesn't bother me in Mephisto. Put that. Put Mephisto. Pop this. Oh, that is some very solid damage, to be honest. Considering our weapon looks like this. Like, it's a very solid damage considering our weapon is actual dog water. Time has come to destroy Mephisto's Soul Stone. Mantled Heal. It doesn't really do anything for us, unfortunately. We don't really have much mana cost. Clear quest log so we can find Izzy a little easier. We're just gonna focus on pushing through here. We need to be 35 before Baal, but like we're 29 now. That's not an issue. And by need, I mean when you kill Baal, you want to be 35 so you can immediately start teleporting. It's not a hard requirement or anything like that. Yeah, like levels and this just like don't feel good. Like they're definitely necessary, but they really just don't feel good. Izzy. Here, Izzy, Izzy, Izzy. Where is he? There's exit. That's good information to have, I guess. Is he in this corner? This corner. Is he? Like, a little bit of damage really is coming from the crushing blow, but like, even then, that's pretty fast to kill a 50k health enemy. Like, very solid damage add too. Can we keep a lookout for level 30 rings and amulets? Those are going to be important for us. We definitely want safety crafted gear here. God, this map layout is just like so good. Like, actually just so good. Yeah, I think early on it's definitely going to be better for us to be playing like this. Sacrifice plus a elemental aura of your choice. Holy Fires cannot be frozen is the main reason I chose it. Even if there are a lot of higher, like, Holy Fire ones, or Resistance to Fire enemies. Even immunes, but like, we deal with immunes just fine. Ooh, ring. I do want a slightly faster weapon, though. Definitely one of those builds that just, like, wants a fast weapon. Now, like, even a dagger might not be that bad, to be honest. There's not a dagger with Pierce, but, you know, it might be fine. The only thing that matters against his bosses, that should be enough to... get around my Nasher plus stats. What I wouldn't do for teleport. Yeah, we're definitely going to spend more time in Nightmare than what we normally spend. More melee, we can't afford to be, like, too fast about it. There is some cool farms we could do to make pushing into hell easier. We might do them. One of the biggest ones is Griswold drops Griswold's set at a, like, semi-consistent rate. So that might be very solid. Just like farm the entire Griswold set as your starter gear. Which is weapon, shield, helm, chest piece. Which just leaves open your boots. Boots, gloves, and belt. Which you could definitely do something like farm the fire set for that. 33 ring. Yeah, it's actually a very good choice for a starter set for this kind of build. I don't remember the last time I've actually used Griswold's set for anything. Probably some smiter. Also depends on like how much of a pain in the ass will it be to actually farm it. One more level for past favor to be done. I need some of these jewels for crafting reasons. Decrap is going to be really rough for Bale. I didn't think about that. I hate doing Bale as a melee character. There's another 33 ring. We'll just use both of those. I doubt we're going to get a 33 amulet, but we'll keep an eye out. I was like, why did my damage suddenly fall off? Oh, my spell fell off. Seal. Definitely a slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. Unique amulet. Nokazons. I still think we're just better off going a safety craft. So let's go ahead and do that. We can get both of our safety crafts done right here. That's our max for pass favor, right? I think so. So 33, 30, 33. Then jewel, jewel, jewel. We're just doing 3 safety crafts. I think safety is emerald. Emerald, Thull, aims. So 2 aims and 2 thulls. I don't know if I got that. Two aims and a thull. We might just have to settle on like 1 thull, 1 aim. Maybe not. Maybe we'll be fine. And then we need emeralds. Thankfully, I have been picking up gems. Close one. Almost didn't have enough. 2 offensive auras. So this is a 10% with 5% vitality. Like, it's an okay ring. kind of mad, but like at least it's something. Like, I really don't give a shit about any stat other than the damage reduction here, which is 23% damage reduction. Would have been 32% damage reduction with a lot of flat magic resist. I think we reroll that. We'll just wear this one in the meantime. I just don't want to carry this stuff around. They're only worth 666 gold apiece. Like, oh no, I left 3k gold on the ground. Whatever will I do with myself? We should honestly be taking like very little damage from elemental skills. Because the huge amount of elemental resist break we kind of got there. Garbage. Yeah, I think it's better to just skip cows. There's nothing I want from them. Jewel. Yeah, all our damage is definitely coming from fast favor right here. Which isn't... Oh, does it not max at 10? I thought it did. That's bad. It's gonna be terrible for our like statage stuff. I think it's already 120 points to max our build. Yeah, that's a problem. Maybe it would be better to just play the pass favor version of this build. We'll come across it later. We are still in the testing phase and the leveling phase. Where am I going? This way. It's okay, super rares. Feel free to give me good items at some point. Up we go. shield. Terrible shield. So, as always, Anya after Bale. Let's at least grab the waypoint. This way, this way. I don't know why I'm killing things, to be honest. So we don't have to farm later, probably. Thought that was going to be a portal shrine for a second. So I can see where the exit is. So I want to grab the waypoint. I could just go all the way to Bale, to be honest. Grab the waypoint there. Risky, yeah, because if we die, we're fucked. But I also don't think the chances of it dying is particularly high. And that was also kind of the point where we could swap off of Holy Fire. We could swap to Conviction instead, which would probably just be more damage. We'd lose that like little bit of pop, but I don't want to do that until after Bale because of the fire or the cold damage. I don't have any way of dealing with cold immune and Decrepify. Would just be a miserable experience. But after we deal with Bale, we can swap over for Hell, or Nightmare rather. Though it might honestly be better to wait until we can max Conviction at 50. Yeah, we'll swap at 50. That just makes a little more sense to me. Tarj. Tarjay. 3 socket, 8 resist. Meh. It would have needed some very solid resistances to be worth it. Also, we're doing Ancients on players one. I don't give a shit. I see no reason to like suffer through Ancients. No, my Nasher. Huh. awkward. Waypoint or exit, please. I will accept either one. I would have rather had that waypoint, to be honest. Oh, this is definitely player 8. Oh no! Ah, Talic bug. Talic bug, why? Okay, well. I didn't grab a single waypoint, so we're going to run all the way back, which I'm just going to cut out. Oh, I grabbed Frozen Tundra waypoint. Let's go! So I did get one waypoint. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that Talic can just like one-tap me with a whirlwind through 1.1k life and 23% fucking fizz damage reduction in normal. Oh yeah, that's bugged. Yeah, okay. I'll bug report that later. We're just gonna have to do this like the intelligent way. Grab my corpse, bitch and whine, run back again. We're just gonna do this, this. We're just gonna go all into Holy Bolt. Conviction. Hold fast, hear my prayers. Yep. Oh, shit. Fuck. Holy Bolt. Conviction. Hold fast, hear my prayers. There. Kind of annoyed now. That's 2 deaths I didn't need to eat for no real reason. Hey, look at that. Okay, so this max is at 15, or is that just what we can get points into? This is what we can get points into it. 5 extra points to put into whatever we want. Put the 1 point Holy Shield. The 4 points into Vengeance, I guess. Waypoint. I'm just gonna leave it in Players 1 until we get to Veil Throne. Oops, that's right. It's on Players 1, my bad. I forgot to update the thing. Yeah, we're definitely only doing normal today after that. But we'll do full normal. I don't know, I do kind of want to push into Nightmare. It's just so gypped. Yeah, like, obviously it'd be better to be Holy Bolt through here, but, like, who gives a shit? It's not like we're really lacking damage or something like that. It's just Holy Bolt does insanely well early game. Hey, ring! Probably Angelics, right? Cathans. Interesting. Man, I sure would like to finish off Past Favor at some point. 4 levels, probably. Yeah, for Lister, we're definitely going to have to walk him into the corner. So that we don't have to deal with the annoyance factor. Plus it's exactly at 40, which is kind of nice. Is there any reason he has so much poison resist, or is it just because screw poison characters? Well, let's finish normal up. I'm pretty much like on the 2-hour mark. The only thing we have to do is go do Anya. Sit here and hold, click bail, mentally AFK. I would guess our accuracy is probably a little low. Yeah. We have ways of dealing with that. As soon as we get the Nightmare, we're going to make MB tier 5 gloves. and that gives us 75%. What is the word for it? Ignore target defense? Not ignore target defense, a minus enemy defense. Which will mean we'll have a way higher chance of hitting things like Bale. Angelic Amulet and Rings are also a good choice, stuff like that. Usual melee accuracy issues, crap. Our beacon! We're a real boy who can teleport now. Wow! It's very Anya now. Yeah, that was almost like exactly at the 2-hour mark to kill Bale. I'm not particularly happy about it, but it's like not the worst. Yeah, we don't really have the mana to be teleporting around like this. It's gonna be an issue for our fast nightmare plans. We might have to put some mana in. It's not a big issue though. Okay, that is it for normal. We might do some cows off stream, a little bit extra farming before Nightmare. But I think we should be fine. I do want to test something real fast. I'm not sure how the interaction works. This is 8:35. The interaction I want to test is between Pass Favors, like Converts Elemental, and going to Nightmare where you have less resistances. So 8:35. I'm hoping it doesn't care. Like, I really, really am hoping it doesn't care. Okay, it doesn't care. Thank God. That's good news. Because otherwise we were going to lose a lot. What the fuck is this shield? Honestly, like, Ancient's Pledge wasn't so good. This shield would be really nice. But yeah, we're done for the day. I'm going to get back on tomorrow and finish out Nightmare in Hell. I got a bug report to drop off about the Talic thing, and we'll be done. So, peace until tomorrow, guys.